Hey, welcome to part 2 of my Dragon Quest 1 remake, 100% walkthrough. This is for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake, but of course we're doing Dragon Quest 1 first. So in Cole, we're going to go right around this building, near where the vicar is, and then loot that pot. Fire and sealant. Once you've got that, go left and enter the item shop. In here, loot that barrel for gold coins times 47. Go upstairs to the floor above and loot this pot for mini medal 3 of 40. Yeah, that's mini medal number 3. Grab that and then exit the building. A lot of these things might seem like a waste of time to loot, but of course I'm just showing you where everything is. Might be helpful depending on the difficulty you're playing on. Once back outside, make your way to the northwest part of town. There'll be a small like store with a wizard inside it. In the pot beside him will be another mini medal. That's mini medal number 4. Once you have that one, go to Hot Spring in the middle. On the south side of the hot spring will be a fairy flute hidden in the ground. Grab that fairy flute. I believe that's the same place it is in Dragon Quest 3 remake. Can't remember exactly, but make sure you grab a fairy flute and then this pot in the corner for some soiled boxer shorts. Once you've got all them, come right and loot that barrel for some more gold coins. Come south, one more thing to loot for now. Well, there is more things to loot here later, but you can't access it all at the moment. Yeah, come to this barrel outside the weapon shop and get the musk times 1. Then we're going to go through the exit on the right. So once back outside, we're going to go south, followed by east, and then we're going to go north slightly. We're going to go around these mountains and make our way back west, but take the north route around them. So any enemy encounters, I'm just going to quickly knock them all out. Of course, I'm playing on easy difficulty, so it'll be a bit easier for me and a little bit quicker. Yeah, continue around this mountain and you'll come to a sparkling spot. This one's just here. It's got a seed of magic inside it. Once you have that one, continue west and we'll come across another sparkling spot very shortly. In part 3, by the way, we're going to be fighting a very, very strong enemy, which you will not be able to beat unless you've got it on the easy difficulty. It is optional, you can avoid it, but if you do want to just beat him, it takes probably about 3 or 4 minutes, and it'll give you 30,000 experience, which would take us at that point from level 16 to level 26, which will make the rest of the game a lot quicker, because we can use some of the spells like Holy Protection and Padfoot. And because we'll be such high level at that point in the game, we'll be encountering very, very little encounters. They're little enemies. So it'll just allow me to get through quicker. But like I say, you need to be on the easy difficulty to do that, so you might not want to do it and just come back later when you're stronger. It does get you Erdrick's armour as well. Erdrick's armour will make it so when you're walking around the map, you gain HP back, which is quite nice. You could always just drop difficulty, beat that enemy, and then raise it back up again. But I'll leave it up to you. We'll come back to it in part 3. But just look ahead, and in part 3 as well, we're going to get the whistle scroll, which will make it so you can just trigger enemy fights almost instantly. And once you've got that, from part 3 onwards, at the end of every video, we're probably going to be farming for 15 minutes. I'm going to advise you to farm 15 minutes before you start on part 4. And then hopefully by the time we've done everything else in Dragon Quest 1, we've got almost enough kills for the 800 kills trophy. But like I say, part 3 will come back to them 2 points. So that's that sparkling spot. Loot that, you'll find plain clothes, hardwood hardware, and a tangle web times 1. Once you looted that sparkling spot, you're going to go south, then we're going to go west, and now we're going to make our way to the objective marker, the OM for short. There will be 2 more sparkling spots along the way. And I'm hopefully going to get to about character level 10. Holy Protection, you learn that at level 17, by the way. Level 17, and Holy Protection will make it so you'll not trigger any encounters with weaker enemies. So if you use that when you're walking around the map, no fights will trigger, as long as the enemies are weaker than you. But Padfoot, which we'll collect later in part 3, will make it so it doesn't matter what level, you have about 80% chance of avoiding battles, which is also quite good. So I'm just going to continue west. Of course, a lot of battles will keep triggering along the way, and it's slowing down the gameplay a bit. But yeah, part 3 or probably a better would be part 4, because by the time we get to part 4 we're going to have everything. So part 4 we're going to start moving along a bit quicker, because you'll see me participating in much fewer battles. And so we just stick to the gameplay and showing you exactly what's needed. I'll be doing the farming in my own time as well. Between each video I'm going to be doing my own 15 minutes of farming every day. And here's your next sparking spot. In there you get 2 Dazzle Me Nuts. Once got them, continue northwest. And there'll be one more sparking spot before we take a detour. Not a detour, but start making our way northeast over to the Shrine of Rain. We'll be back to Shrine of Rain quite a few times later on, when the story wants us to go back there. Yeah, there it is. I can see it sparkling in the trees. The way we beat a strong enemy, by the way, is when we do our normal attacks, we do like literally like 1 damage, because he's so strong. And our magic attacks don't do much. He's got 2,000, it's about 2,700 HP, because I did count all the damage I was doing, try and work it out. But yeah, that sparkling spot. In there you'll find leather armor, again, scale shield, and gold coins times 227. Now I'm making my way northeast, I'm going to enter the Shrine of Rain. Yeah, back to this enemy. You do very little damage to him because he's such a high level, but the way around it is to use the Cop Out ability. Cop Out will make it so you got about a 90% chance to deflect an enemy's attack. Because he's such a high level to you, when you deflect his attacks back at him, they do a lot of damage, and that's how. And Cop Out, it only uses 2 MP to cast, which is really nice. So you can just keep spamming that, and he's normally dead before you've run out of MP. You have got magic water to refill MP if you need to, but sometimes his attacks will get through, and basically one of his attacks will probably kill you. That's why it needs to be on a lower difficulty, because of course you can't die that way. So in here guys, in the Shrine of Rain, come over to the wizard. There'll be a little cutscene, and it will tell you about a fast travel system, which you already know about because we've been doing it already. So once you triggered him, and what's your cutscene? We're just now going to loot this floor quickly. So come to these 2 pots, loot them. One of them you'll find a mini medal, that's mini medal number 5. In the pot beside it you'll find a Chimera wing, grab that one. Then come to the southeast corner, and in that hidden spot there you'll find a prayer ring. Once got a prayer ring, we're just going to loot the opposite side now of this room. So go to the far east side, and to the southeast corner there'll be a chest, and in that chest there'll be a crack scroll. Of course we can read that to learn a new ability or spell. Yep, so crack scroll. And then once you've got that, you can use it to learn it. And now we're going to use a Chimera wing or zoom if you have it. I'm going to warp to Tandergel, or Tandergel, however you pronounce it. Apologies, I'm not quite sure how. That's that new scroll we just learnt. Crack. Optinoob takes crack. That's right. Or Optinoob smokes crack. But yeah, so warp back to the very first town. I'm going to head into the castle, because that's where the current objective is going to take us, the OM. I'm going to go forward and up to the next floor, and there'll be a cutscene. Once you've done that, we'll then need to head to the northwest corner of the map, and we'll be going there next. But we can just warp to Erdrick's Hollow, which is kind of like a halfway point, and which will allow us to get there a bit quicker. There's no flying machine in this one, by the way. Hope you don't seem that to be a spoiler. I mean, I'm just telling you what is not in the game. But yeah, there's no flying machine in this. Basically, the way you're moving around the map now, that is all you're going to get. It's not like Dragon Quest 3 where you eventually get all different means of transport. Yeah, this is the only way you can move. I'm not quite sure about number 2 yet. Hopefully number 2 there's some sort of flying machine. I guess we'll see. But yeah, Dragon Quest 1, all you got is your boots, guys, and your feet. That's the only means of transportation you're ever going to have. But once you reach the king in the castle, there'll be a cutscene. You'll see what happened to the princess finally. Yeah, the Dragon Lord he's after ginger virgins, and I think he's found one finally. But don't worry, we'll rescue her before anything gets taken from her. Yeah, a little bit of backstory there. But once the objective has updated, there's nothing to collect here. All the looting we've done, that's all we can do for now. I mean, we do have the... Do we have the magic key yet? Oh no, we don't, do we? We don't... Sorry, not the magic key, the thief key. Because once you get the thief key, you can unlock red doors. And there is a red door in the castle. But yeah, we don't have it yet. We are going to be getting the thief key in this video, by the way. So what I'm going to do now is warp to Erdrick's Hollow. Yeah, thief key will unlock red doors. Magic key blue doors. And the ultimate key green doors, basically. Or every other door. But once at Erdrick's Hollow, we're going to head straight outside. Then we're going to go north. There is a sparking spot in this forest to the north of Hollow. If I can find it. Sometimes I practice this and I'll go to my recording account to record. And I forget a little bit where they are. But there is a sparking spot here somewhere. It might be more to my left side. This sparking spot will have antidotal herb times 2. So it's probably not a mega important to collect. But just showing you where they all are. Yeah, sparking spot. I think it's more to my left. Whereas I kind of went north and then right. I think, did I just see that? Yeah. So they're very, very odd spots sometimes. And that's where it was, guys. Yes, that's sparking spot. 2 antidotal herbs. Once you've got that, we're going to go west. Next up will be a bamboo pole. Yeah, plain clothes and a leather hat. If you wear all of them at the same time, you're going to look pretty strange. Bamboo pole weapon, a plain clothes and a leather hat. But yeah, continue west. And there it is. That one's nice and easy to see. Once got that bamboo pole, continue west and enter Galenholm. We'll be back here quite a few times later on as well. Most areas, or main areas, you know, like towns, we'll be revisiting quite a few of them throughout your journey. You're going to continue left, there'll be a cutscene. This is actually all you have to do here in terms of the story. You just come forward, trigger the cutscene, and they can actually exit. But we want to just loot the place first. What we can at the moment. You do get the whistle scroll in this area. But you need to get the thief key first in order to access it. So once the thief has run away, don't worry, we'll catch him up soon enough. I know exactly where he's going to be. I know it's a nice spot where he likes to go and rest. So come to the beach, loot the 2 pots. You will find Seed of Wisdom and gold coins times 66. Come into the inn next. In the top left wardrobe, you find some dirty boxer shorts and leather armour, of course. More leather armour. Once you got all them, go back outside, go back to the main street, go left. We'll now enter the southwest house. In here, you're going to find the Save Passage Scroll. That's it, Save Passage Scroll and then gold coins times 122. Once you've got them, go left, continue to the far southwest pot. In there, you find mini medal number 6. Yeah, mini medal number 6 of 40. Once got that, go up slightly, then to the right to this next building. Loot the barrel. Inside there, you'll find a pot lid. That's all we want for the time being, guys, from Galenholm. So I'm going to use a Chimera Wing, and I'm going to warp to the entrance of this area by just highlighting it and holding triangle. So next up is to head to Craggy Cave. But on the way, well, sorry, we're going to Roadside Inn first. We're going to use that Seed of Wisdom. And the Save Passage Scroll. So continue south and then east. And on the other side of these mountains, which we passed earlier, you'll find a sparkling spot with a medicinal herb inside ×2 and a seed of strength. So south slightly and then east around the mountain. More encounters, you know, it is going to be nice in terms of me with this walkthrough and commentary. It's going to be nice just being able to avoid most battles. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this one ain't too bad to see. But yeah, grab that sparking spot. There was one a bit later in this video where I did get lost for a moment. I just could not find it anywhere. And I forgot where it was a little bit. I knew the kind of area it was in, but I just couldn't figure out where exactly it was. But once got a sparking spot, from there, I'm going to go south. And there's this like little patch of trees. So that one's quite easy to find. It's in that like little patch. But yeah, loot that sparking spot. That one will give you gold coins ×12, holy water, and magic water. Magic water will refill your MP, by the way, if you are not aware already. And you do need a means of refilling MP during battles. Yeah, then from that sparking spot, go west. You'll find this other one. In this sparking spot, it's gold coins ×44, a turban, and gold coins ×169. Is that right? Did it give me two little stashes of gold coins? But yeah, go in this secret spot next to the left. In the secret spot, you find your mini medal ×7. Yeah, mini medal number 7. You'll find gold coins ×57 and antidotal herb ×3 as well. Yeah, but make sure you get the gold, sorry, not the gold coins, the mini medal. That's the most important thing in that secret spot. Once you've got mini medal number 7, leave the secret spot, continue southeast and enter the Roadside Inn. Yeah, this is where the thief likes to stop by, guys, and get some rest. So when you come inside the Roadside Inn, go right and loot these 2 barrels. You'll find a leather suit, of course, and a strong medicine. You can almost guarantee that every area we go in, we're going to find at least some item of leather, some kind of leather clothing. So after that cutscene, go with the mini medal from the drawers. That's mini medal number 8. And then on the far left will be 182 gold coins. And then one more item that's in here, and that's a chimera wing in that pot. So make sure you got the mini medal, guys. And then once done, take the south exit. Once outside here, go west across the bridge and then go south. This is a sparking spot I had a bit of trouble finding again. Yeah, so you go west across the bridge, you go directly south. And I think I've passed the sparking spot already. This sparking spot is going to dazzle your nuts ×2. And a medicinal herb ×1 as well. Yeah, it's going to dazzle both of your nuts. Yeah, so I think I've gone past it. But yeah, there should be a sparking spot here somewhere. I think it's in that first patch of trees you pass over. I've gone way past it. So yeah, I am going to be walking back and forth for a moment, just trying to find a sparking spot. I'm not hallucinating, it is here somewhere. You can use Nose for Treasure spell, and it will tell you if there's any sparking spots nearby. It doesn't tell you exactly where, but it will let you know if there's any sparking spots nearby. But Snoop, by the way, does not work on sparking spots, unfortunately. It only works on like inside dungeons, mainly inside areas. Doesn't work on the world map. But yeah, Nose for Treasure, basically it will show you anything you can collect. It will let you know about it. It will say like 3 in the area or 2. It will show you hidden spots, anything inside pots, anything inside chests. And it also, as I say, it will let you know of any nearby sparkling spots as well, which is good on the world map. So I've gone back on myself a little bit, so I'm trying to find the sparkling spot. Like I say, I think I have passed it. Yeah, so that's currently where I am. It's not here. I think it's in this patch a bit. Like I say, the first part we passed over. Is it? Nope. Maybe it's in that little patch in the middle. But I'm not walking around for too long. Probably going to find it in a moment. So hopefully I'm going to find it now before any more encounters trigger. I just saw it flashing. So there it is. There's that sparking spot, guys. Quite tricky to find, that one is. But yeah, 2 dazzle me nuts inside there and a medicinal herb. So from that one, we're going to go south and enter the Nameless Ruins. In the Nameless Ruins, you're going to find Zarlin again. If you remember, we spoke to him in the Forgotten Ruins? But yeah, we're going to find him again. But yeah, just go south from that sparking spot, and you can actually see a small settlement on your map anyway. But you go past the mountains, continue south a bit more, and keep an eye out for it on the right or to your east. We do need to go east anyway from this point to get to Craggy Cave. Yep, slow this. I can see it on the mini-map now. But yeah, this small settlement, head inside the Nameless Ruins near that purple swamp. When you first come in, you want to go left. There'll be a barrel, and inside here is a strong medicine ×2. Go north next, or talk to Zarlan first if you want to. So just talk to him, guys, and exhaust all of his dialogue. Make the exclamation mark disappear. His next point in the quest, by the way, you cannot complete it until you advance the story a bit more. Yes, come to that pot, 274 coins, come around the back of the building, and there'll be a hidden spot on the floor, and inside there is a ruby wristband. That's all you need to collect in this area. So 3 things to loot, and of course make sure you have spoke to Zarlan, guys, and exhausted all of his dialogue. Exit the area afterwards. We're going to be warping back to that area after completing Craggy Cave. And now we're actually going to go north and slightly east. I think there's one more sparkling spot I want to get before we go to Craggy Cave. So once we've done Craggy Cave, after that, instead of going straight back on the story, we're actually going to go south down the map and make our way to Damdara, because in there it's where we're going to get Padfoot and, like I say, kill that strong enemy. But that sparkling spot I just looted. In there was Seed of Defense, Unsealant ×2, and gold coins ×224. Then we're going to continue east and enter Craggy Cave. Got a boss fight coming up. First boss fight of the game. Like I say, we will be getting the Thief Key very, very shortly. I think it's at the end of this video. So come inside Craggy Cave, follow the path, and you'll trigger a cutscene. And straight after will be a boss fight. So this is Robin Hood, or Robin Hoodlum. Of course, I'm on easy difficulty, so it's not difficult at all. But you might want to take out the smaller enemies first, because they go down quicker, and then focus on Robin. Right, and then focus it all onto Robin. I'm not sure, I don't think he has any weaknesses, this guy. Or he might have. But I did quite a lot of damage to my Thorn Whip anyway. So that seems to be doing the job. And he doesn't have much HP, as you can see, he's got probably about 2 or 300 HP. That's all he's got. But yeah, once you defeat him, you'll pop a trophy. And I've just reached level 12. I've unlocked Evac and Dragon Slash. Now I just need to loot the area, then make way to the next floor, guys, and then make way to the end. Yeah, Robin Ooh. So from there, we're going to go south.
Well, what sayest?
Yeah, you get a dialogue choice there, and even if you choose no, you'll eventually get pushed to pick yes, because the conversation will just loop back around, and you'll get asked again, and you finally pick yes. So go south from him. We'll go south, follow it to the corner, and you'll be able to go north inside this small little room. And inside here will be a chest with gold coins ×340 inside it. We are going to get a boomerang weapon in this dungeon, which is nice because a boomerang, it hits every single enemy on the map, no matter where they are. And there you go, chest with gold coins 340. Boomerang's probably one of the better weapons in the game. You do get better boomerangs later, but just the actual weapon type, yeah, it's probably one of the best weapon types in the game, like I say, just because it hits every single enemy on the map, no matter where they are. But you just lose a bit of damage on each subsequent enemy you hit. So once looted that, you want to go kind of northeast next, and then continue east over here. Loot this barrel. In that barrel we find antidotal herbs ×2. And then in this chest beside it to the east, you're going to find the boomerang. There it is, the boomerang. So I'm going to equip this. Like I say, you'll hit every single enemy on the map. which is nice for getting through battles quick when enemies are quite weak. So yeah, boomerang time. I'm going to continue south, go down these steps. And once down here, I'm going to loot the 2 pots on the east side of this kind of like room. In them pots you're going to find strong medicine and a iron axe. Once got them, just to save a bit of time, I'm going to use Chimera Wing to walk back to the entrance and then make our way back to that intersection where we fought Robin Hood. Chimera Wing will just save a little bit of time. You can go back there on foot if you want to. So I'm just going to warp to the entrance, go back inside and go back to that intersection. Now we're going to take the northern path. Yeah, so you could just make your way back to this intersection on foot if you want to. Once you take the northern path, go right at the next fork and loot this chest for a mini medal. That should be mini medal number 9 of 40. Once got that mini medal, we are now going to head north. I think we're going to go down the northwest stairs next. It's going to take us to another scroll, Muster Strength. Northwest corner down here. So we've got we just collected mini medal number 9. Down here, loot this chest, Muster Strength scroll will be inside it. Once got that one, go back up to B1. Now we're going to continue east. Got a few more things we're going to loot. And then we're going to go down the next stairwell, which should take us to the next area to progress. We're going to find the Nose for Treasure scroll, which, as I was saying earlier, it's really good just for letting you know if there's any more treasure around your location, your dungeon, or sparky spots nearby. But yes, over here, loot the pot for a tangle web, loot the chest for a 10-ton 2p, loot the northeast barrel for gold coins times 26, and then come down the east path, and then follow it south, and you'll find a chest, and inside there will be that Nose for a treasure scroll. If you couple that scroll along with the Snoop scroll, it's really easy to find loot, but of course you don't find the Snoop scroll until much later in the game. But the way I'm actually finding out where everything is because I've actually speedrun on another account, and I've got Snoop scroll really early. And all I'm doing is when I record this or when I'm practicing, I go through my save where I've got Snoop scroll, and I go through a story as if I'm in the start again, but I'm using Nose for Treasure and Snoop to find out where everything is. And then of course I'm practicing it on another save, which is from the start of the game, now that I know where everything is, and of course I'll record it afterwards. That's kind of how I'm finding out where everything is, guys, and going straight to it. Yeah, I am using Nose for Treasure and Snoop on another account to find out exactly where. I mean, the pots and barrels, you see a pot, you see a barrel, you try and loot it, so you kind of know where they are, but the problem is the hidden spots. There's no like indication that there's a hidden spot. You just walk over a certain point and you'll see the interaction icon. So that's why I'm having to use Snoop, just to find out that I've not missed anything. And of course, Nose for Treasure lets you know if you found all the treasure in that area. But once you've got that Nose for Treasure scroll, make your way back west slightly, take the next southern path and go down the steps, which are kind of near the middle. Once down these steps on B2, make your way down slightly and go east. We're going to take a bronze shield from a southeast chest. Yeah, so zoom. Once you learn the zoom spell, by the way, zoom is basically like the Chimera Wings. Yeah, so go east that intersection. And down here will be a bronze shield in the chest. Then you go back to the intersection and go south. Yeah, so once you get zoom, you no longer need to use Chimera Wing. Zoom does exactly what a Chimera Wing does, but it's infinite. Providing you've got MP, of course. Yeah, so no need to worry about Chimera Wings anymore, guys, once you've unlocked zoom. You can actually just open your map now as well, and zoom will already be an option, so you don't even have to go into item menu. You just open the map, press R2, which is the correct button on PS, and you'll use zoom automatically. Then you just pick where you want to warp to. So once you loot that chest, like I say, back to the intersection, then go south. We have got another boss fight coming up, by the way, but this one is just as easy as the other fight. Again, probably about 300 HP, it's not a lot. So yeah, go south, loot that pot. Inside there, you find some strong medicine. Strong medicine times 2. Go west from that point. Go west and then north slightly. And then west again, and you find magic water times 2 in a western chest. Yeah, this chest over here. So you have magic water times 2. It says files of magic water, but the actual item is called just magic water. So from there, go south back to Recent Fork. Then we're going to continue south a bit more. You come to 2 more barrels of seeds, stamina and gold coins inside. And then we have a boss fight. This boss fight will give you 1000 experience. So you can imagine getting 30,000 experience in part 3 is going to be a massive bump in your levels. Yeah, 30,000 experience this enemy gives you if you kill him quick. And the way to cheese him is by making his attacks bounce back to him. So going south, we're going left slightly, the next path. Just going to take out this enemy. So there should be 2 barrels here. There is the seed of stamina. And sorry, it's a pot. Is it a pot? Yeah. And gold coins. So seed of stamina and gold coins. I need to change that. So my text guide I've put it's a barrel, but it's actually a pot. Yeah, I've been using crack too many times. Right, once done that, go southwest. You trigger a cutscene, guys, and this will be the next boss. The Sorcerer. Straight after beating him, there'll be a cutscene, then there'll be 2 more chests to loot. Then you have to make your way all the way back to the entrance bottom foot. It does not let you warp at this point. I think it's because it wants to trigger a cutscene on your way out. It knows if you warp, you're going to end up skipping that cutscene. Yep, so here she is. Zap, I believe Zap can work good on him. So Zap will do a lot of damage. So use Zap if you can. Lightning attacks, I don't know what it is, but they seem to do a lot of damage on this game to most enemies. I mean, some enemies are resistant, but the majority of enemies, yes, lightning attacks do a lot of damage. So as you see, my boomerang did 40, but Zap does like 70. So that seems to be the best thing to use at the moment. But sometimes he'll disable your spells. If he does so, just go back to your normal attacks. I mean, you could try and use Fairy Flute, see if it'll knock him to sleep, but it probably won't. I mean, I've not tried it, so I didn't need to. But yeah, once you beat him, like I said, he's probably got about 300 HP. I'm level 14 as well. I learned Sizzle. I think it's a stronger version of Sizz. So, a bunch of cutscenes. We're going to loot 2 chests. These 2 chests, they have cursed loot inside them. If you do equip something, by the way, and you find out it's cursed, and you regret it afterwards, you can always reload an autosave back to the start of that room. Or normally a game will autosave after a battle as well. So you load an autosave up. If you do just want to go back on that cursed item, because normally if you put an item on its cursed, you can't take it off unless you go to a vicar and kind of pay them to take it off. So what I normally do, if I equip a cursed item by mistake, I just reload an autosave. Or you can also use Peep. I think we've already unlocked that skill, that spell. Yeah, Peep. If you examine an item in your menus, you can use Peep on it and it will tell you if that item is cursed or not before you wear it. So I've looked at them 2 chests. I got the choker and the zombie mail. Now I'm going to make way back. Like I say, you can't walk back at this point. You have to go back on foot, because the game triggers a cutscene on your way out. So back to that main intersection on B2, then go left and go up the stairs back to basement 1. Yeah, back up the steps. We've also got a edged boomerang in part 3 as well. It's basically like your current boomerang, but it does a little bit more damage. So we will get it a upgrade to our current weapon. I think abilities, by the way, I'm not sure exactly yet, but I think abilities go off your attack damage, your weapon damage, and I think spells go off your magic stat, I believe. I mean, like I said, I'm not entirely sure yet, but at the moment that's kind of what it looks like to me. Because if you equip a really weak weapon, your abilities will not do much damage, but your spells will. So back to the inn section, guys. And now we should get the thief key. So with this, you'll be able to unlock red doors and red chests. There we go. We've got thieves' bolt cutters. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to use zoom if you've unlocked it. If not, use a chimera wing. Going to warp to the Nameless Ruins. And then part 3, we're going to begin by making our way south to Damdara. We're going to get Padfoot and kill an enemy, which gives us 30,000 experience. So yes, warp to Nameless Ruins, guys. Head outside, there'll be an autosave, and that'll be it for part 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 3 tomorrow.